Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone.
Man, we are broadcasting live from a strange place. We ain't at home on this show.
We're not at home. It's like
We're playing an away game with like a Laker.
I just was gonna say
We got a Laker over here with us.
sometimes you gotta do the away game. Yeah.
And we are blessed and honored enough to have Aries Spears on the show, bro.
Hey, what's happening?
Man, thank you for showing up for us, man.
All love, baby. It's all love, man.
Hey, and we in your Lions Den. We at the Improv, man.
This shit is dope.
Where you perform, man.
Yeah, see, it's nice to get out the house, man.
It is. It feels good.
and I ain't been out the house, so this is great.
Yeah,
It feels good.
There we go.
Bro, we getting right to it. We in your element. When you see this stage, because you travel so much, you've been in the game, you've been making people laugh for how many years?
30, man.
30 years.
Yeah, man.
Man, are you used to this? Does this still make you nervous, or do
All
you
the time.
all the time?
Yeah. I think when you're not nervous, there's something wrong. So, because no matter what, every time you get on stage, it's like a new woman. You know what I mean? You're
Ooh.
a new woman, and you get the jitters in the stomach.
I like your analogies. You got some dope analogies already.
You want to please the woman. You want to please the crowd.
Exactly.
But you might do a good job and you might come up short. So there's always some nervousness.
We know about all the good jobs. We know you a dope stand-up comedian.
Thank you, sir.
When's the last time you bombed? Or have you ever bombed?
Oh no, certainly. I told this story on my podcast. First time I ever did Madison Square Garden.
Dope.
This was when Def Jam first came out. So this is when they started touring, and the explosion was huge. So on the tour it was Bernie Mac, me, Bill Bellamy, Adele Givens, Reggie McFadden. And on that particular show, Eddie Griffin did a guest spot, and then Busta Rhymes performed. So, in New York is my home turf.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I remember, and as I was telling this story, once upon a time ago, I had this clip that went viral where I did the 4 rappers, Jay-Z, DMX, LL, and Snoop, rapping at a radio station.
Yeah.
And it went viral in like 16 million views.
Oh,
and I was
man.
telling that story how it came about, where the first time I tried to do it, the bottom line is you got to respect the craft.
Yeah.
And you can't half-ass anything. So I, because I knew I could do the impressions, I didn't really give it the respect of writing the rhymes and really flushing it out. I just thought, man, I'm gonna go on stage and wing it.
Yeah.
So I just tried to go on stage and freestyle. And I'm not a rapper. I can rap, but I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
So I put it out there, and it bombed horrifically. And I remember when I was leaving the stage, there was these 2 brothers by the DJ booth as you leave the stage. And I remember one dude, and I don't know if he said it on purpose so I could hear it, or he just happened to say it, and my timing caught it. But either way, as I was walking past him, he turned to his man, and he said, "Yo, that shit was garbage." and this is how lonely bombing feels. Now, my hotel is up on like 54th Street. The Garden is like 33rd. Now, in New York, you can get 15, 20 blocks in 5 minutes. That's just the pace of New York. It's fast. So, and New York is busy. It's the city that don't sleep. That night, I walked back from the Garden to my hotel, and it felt like I was I Am Legend. Will Smith. I mean, it felt like there was no cars, nobody in the city, no animals. I was the only one. And as I was taking that walk back, and I don't know how old some of y'all are, but if you, I'm 45, so.
I'm 43.
Okay, so you definitely will get this reference. But as I was walking, the only thing I heard in my head was the music from The Hulk with Bill Bixby. He's walking on the highway, and you hear that doom 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 doom.
Yeah.
Doom 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 doom. It was lonely. How old are you?
I'm 33.
I can see it in your face. You're lost.
But I want to connect.
Yeah, I tell you what.
I want to know the song.
YouTube Hulk theme music,
Hulk
Bill Bixby.
theme. Okay, I
or
got
just
it.
Hulk TV themes music, and that song. Man, I felt lonely. And so, I've bombed, and that's a hell of a way and a hell of a place to bomb. The Garden.
But when you bomb, though, immediately you want to get back to work.
Absolutely.
Like you want to make, like that shit never happened.
You know what it's like? It's like a boxer who's 30-0, and he finally loses a fight, you want that next fight tomorrow.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you wanna get that shit up off you.
Yeah,
Right.
you want the same crowd, like
Man,
bring them motherfuckers back.
You want that stink off of you, nigga. So I couldn't wait to get back on stage. But to come full circle, and I actually performed at the Garden 4 times now. But my
that's dope.
last time, I did it with Tracy Morgan, and I destroyed it. So I felt like, okay,
So you redeemed
I
yourself.
Yeah.
redeemed myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when you doing the Garden, you said 4 times. I mean, when you said it the
Right.
first time, you was like, the first time I did the Garden, I was like, damn, that's some dope shit. I can't even wait to be able to say something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But listen, let me put it in perspective. I didn't do it by myself. You know, each time
course,
it was with
of
a crew
course.
of people.
Yeah.
Now you big time when you do it by yourself,
Right.
And you sell it out. But it was with me and some all stars. But I'll take that too.
Yeah, hell
yeah,
yeah.
For you to be involved with the All Stars, that's top tier, bro. Like,
Yeah.
none less. I done seen footage of you performing, and Mad TV is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Thank
you,
You know what? Like the funniest movie, and I want to say this correct. If I'm incorrect, let me know.
Don't fuck
Don't
up,
fuck
bro.
it
We
up.
got Aries Spears
Fuck
on
it
the
up. You
show.
can fuck it up.
I
You
let me
better
fuck it
not
up.
fuck it up.
We always
No,
get
you can
nervous.
fuck it up.
Because this is a low budget black movie.
Out of sync
That's what it was.
with LL.
With LL.
Yeah.
I see. I didn't want to fuck it up, but thank you. Thank you for allowing
no,
me.
it's all good, baby.
I was like, I
got
watched
you.
that movie a few times when I was a kid, and I
right.
remember you in that shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay.
Yeah, man.
Shut up,
Cortez
Ron.
is a little cautious on like how he asks questions now because George Wilborn tore his ass up for like
damn.
45
Yeah.
minutes straight.
No, he tore him down the whole show.
Well, I'm about to tear him up and take his ass to go get a manicure. I don't know why this nigga persists on them long fingernails.
Yo, it's just,
Oh shit, I'd kick some out.
they motherfuckers, they just don't stop growing. It's weird as shit I ever
Nigga,
know.
cut him.
I keep biting them, man.
Fuck that. Go see Mei Ling, nigga. One of them Asians. Cut your shit.
Don't get this nigga started,
Anytime
man.
niggas slap my hands with them long fingernails, they cut the insides of my palms up, nigga. I thought that
my
was just
God.
some Detroit shit, but okay.
Hey man, I looked you up, man, and I saw a record that I'd never seen. They said that you actually number 2 in episodes behind what was it, Michael McDonald. 198 episodes of Mad TV.
Yeah, I mean, I was on there for 8 years, so
Yeah.
you know,
Hilarious.
whatever that means. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
But that was a long time. How was it with the cast and just being a part of Mad TV? Because that was huge, bro.
It was great, man. You know, the group I was in with Will Sasso, Nicole Sullivan, Deborah Wilson, Frank Caliendo,
that's
Phil
dope.
Lamar, Mo Collins, and Stephanie Weir.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like we were the same version of, you know, Belushi, Aykroyd, Gilda Radner, you know, Chevy Chase, and you know, just that group that was just perfectly gelled together.
Yeah.
And when we were in rhythm, we were a well-oiled machine, man. So, and listen, I always say this, you know, obviously, you know, through the power of television and that medium, it allowed me to flex my creative muscles and gain some notoriety and some fame. So it is a blessing. But you know, you always think about, to some extent, what if I was on SNL? Because to me, SNL was always the NBA.
Yeah.
And Mad TV felt more like the CBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen, great legendary players. Dr. J came out of the CBA.
Yep.
So, you know, it was a respectable league.
Yeah.
But if we being honest, it wasn't SNL, man. And I had always dreamt about being on SNL.
See, that's
That's a-
interesting how people look at things, because for me, Mad TV was my SNL, like for my age group. And
Well,
I'm
a lot of people say that. And listen, it was the blessing and a curse, because anybody that watched Mad TV for a certain amount of time would tell you we were better than them. We were funnier than them. But we still never got the respect from the industry that they
Yeah.
got. We
I like
still
it.
never
I
got
like how you
the
think.
look that
Yeah.
we should have got. And I think a lot of people, and even if you
Why
take-
do you think that was, though? Do you have an opinion on that? Why do you think it was?
Well, one, Fox didn't promote the show. You know, we had some of the biggest names in music and film credits on. We had Susan Sarandon, we had Kathy Bates,
Yeah.
we had Gwen Stefani, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, and they never promoted us. Like, you would look on NBC and you could be watching daytime television and you'll see a promo for this Saturday, such and such is coming.
Yeah.
The only lead-in we had was the 11 o'clock news. So
Oh, my
we came
God.
on at 11:30. So when the news was over at 11:30, they go, and we're signing off. Don't forget, Mad TV up next.
Yeah.
So they gave us
Yeah.
no promotion whatsoever. Yeah.
When you talk about like, did you come from a different background than everybody else that was on the show? Because most of the people that do SNL, they usually come from like what they call it, the Second City or like Chicago
Or Acme
Yeah.
comedy. You know, it's either one or the other. Either you have a background in stand-up or you have a background in what you just said, sketch comedy troops.
Right.
You know, out of Chicago, the Groundlings, you know, Acme Theater, 2nd City, you know, stuff like that. But no, I came strictly out of stand-up.
That's what's up, because a lot of people even when they transition from stand up to acting like this, like improv acting, like that's difficult.
Yeah,
Like,
listen, man, you know, people don't understand how hard sketch is.
Talk to 'em.
You know, people think that just because you're funny on stage, it translates to sketch.
Yeah.
Because the thing with sketch is you either know how to do original characters, you know how to do good improv, or you do impressions.
Yep.
And I could do a couple characters, whereas Michael McDonald, that was his thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the reverse was I do a ton of impressions where Michael didn't really do any. So it's either one or the other or both. And people think that, again, just because you're funny on stage, that don't mean your improv skills is tight.
Exactly,
That don't mean you can
exactly.
come up with original characters. That don't mean you can do impressions. And this is when you look at both Dave Chappelle and Richard Pryor, and this is, to me, what they had in common. Neither one of those guys were impressionists, but their comedy was so good. They
Yeah.
are so good, so quick-witted, that they could pull off a sketch show. And if you don't do no characters and impressions and you can still pull off sketch,
Yeah.
that's a testament to your stand-up.
Man, talk
How
to
you
'em.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say this, man. First of all, impressions. I'm always jealous of people who can do that because I don't have a talent like that, and I look at people like that is so dope to be able to transform into all of these people.
Right.
All right, this is a two-part question. I read that you do 54 impressions. I'm like, who the fuck counted them?
Wikipedia. Some of that shit is exaggerated.
I went through all of them. Like, I ain't never seen them do this one.
Right.
But how did you first find out that you could mimic people's voices? And was it overwhelming when you started to be able to do so many?
Well, my mother is a jazz and blues singer, and I always tell people, you know, doing impressions is like having an ear for music because everybody's voice is a note, it's an inflection, it's a rhythm, it's a cadence. So when you can lock on to that note the way a singer can lock on to a note and hit the note, that's kind of what it is. So I think some of it is hereditary because my mother's a singer. So in terms of music and an ear for tone and inflection, that's part of where that comes from. Like for instance with Shaq. Shaq is real bassy and breathy. You know, when I dominate in the paint, I get 20 and 10. Those my numbers. As long as I get 20 and 10, I'm gonna dominate.
Oh, no,
Big brother, I'm little brother, I'm gonna dominate. I said, yeah, Dwight Howard's supposed to be in the post. He ain't supposed to be out there.
Not that he did the eyes.
He threw the eyes in there too. That is so fucking
No, we got
dope.
an impression on the show, dude. What?
So
That's
Shaq,
what's up?
Shaq's a little bit breathy. Paul Mooney is lower but gravelly. All those niggas are real. I know why you niggas love that goddamn Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Paul, you here, baby?
It's what's in the batter. They put Aretha Franklin's ashes in the batter. That chicken got soul, nigga.
Dude,
When that goddamn sandwich came out, I saw slaves come back for that guy. I saw Sojourner Truth and Frederick Douglass order two of them goddamn sandwiches. You niggas are going crazy for that goddamn sandwich. Them white folks know how to get you niggas.
Oh my God.
2 years from now, you niggas are gonna find out you have mesothelioma. All of them goddamn sandwiches. And then you know a little bit of a higher register, but more nasally. You know, Anthony Soprano. I don't meet him with Uncle June and Johnny Shack. I talk to Johnny. This war that's going on with Uncle June and Johnny Shack. It's very bad for business. I just want to be there for my kids, no matter what age. So yeah, it's just everybody's voice is just.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Anytime I do somebody new, man.
Anybody new?
Yeah,
who you got new right now in the bag?
Well, Tony Soprano's the newest one. That was the newest one.
I like that one.
And Paul's the most fun to do.
I like that one.
Because, again, and no knock to like, there's some dudes who do great impressions.
Yeah.
But the jokes don't match the impression.
That's a big deal too.
And this is what to me made Eddie Murphy great. He could do an impression, but the joke that the impression was based around was super tight. Some dudes got great impressions, but they jokes a little watered down.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. The premise and the concept is great, but the impression is not on point. So what I love about Paul is when I do it, people go, yo, you actually say shit that Paul would say. Like, for instance, I want you to set me up because I did this on the Karen Hunter show. At one point I said, that chicken sandwich was tastier than Richard Pryor's son's ass. and then the one girl on the show goes, God, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was going to come the way that it came. Say that to me.
Okay, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know that it was going to come the way that it came.
Neither did Richard's son.
Oh, wow.
So that response is such a Paul thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I was. Somebody asked me
if y'all don't know that fucking joke, y'all are missing the fuck out.
Well, see,
on
that's
comedy.
your age range.
That's
That
right.
just happened
Oh.
recently.
I was about to say, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
You
That
know,
did just happen recently.
somebody asked me on my podcast, how would Paul Mooney feel about the Django? And I was like, that was a nigga's fantasy. That niggas loved that goddamn movie because it was a sci-fi. That nigga riding in on a white stallion, whipping white men while wearing a purple brocade blouse. That was Star Wars meets Roots, nigga. You know?
Yo, the joke within the set, dude. That's
Yes,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying, dog.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So
Man, that brings me, man, look.
I'm sorry.
All
I'm
of this
not- I'm
damn
not
talent
done.
you displaying on here, that brings me to one of my questions, and I've asked a few comedians on that we've had on the show. Why isn't Aries Spears like one of the biggest movie stars? I've been seeing you for the longest. Like, we kind of grew up with you, even though, you know what I mean? Like, we close in age range. It's like, bro, it's like you've been there forever. You've been consistently funny.
If you go through some of my interviews through YouTube, be it Comedy Hype, Vlad.
Yeah.
If you go through my Instagram and look at a lot of what I post, that answers that question.
Ooh.
Okay.
And listen, I'll take some blame for some things because, you know, Hollywood is all about sex appeal and image. And, you know, sometimes when I hear them buffalo wings calling me or that lemon cake, I'd run to that quicker than I do them weights.
I'm with you, bro.
And that cardio machine.
I'm with you.
So that's part of it.
Yeah.
And then, again, the other part of it is that, you know, I'm very, you know, power to the people. I'm very loud. I'm New York. I'm aggressive. I don't bite my tongue. And in a business where that's frowned upon, you know, you lie in your bed. It's your bed. You make it. You lie in it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You know what makes me upset about, like, I'm just gonna say it about a lot of black comedians or black people getting that fame from Hollywood and shit like that. It seems like we should be there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they can make a movie about any fucking thing,
Right?
About anything, and it will go to the movie theater.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I just saw this movie upon many requests and suggestions. Yo, you gotta see this movie. You gotta see this movie. I just finished watching American Skin.
I know you was about to say that. I watched it last night.
I didn't watch it, but I didn't want to watch
Go
it.
ahead, brother.
And you know, I'm watching it, but halfway through it, I'm going, how's this gonna end?
Yeah.
You know, because there's only one of two ways. Either he gonna shoot the cop, or he not gonna shoot the cop. And I just felt like I knew he wasn't gonna do it. And while the movie definitely is a great movie, there's a lot going on in terms of discussions we need to have, discussions we've already had, and all the plights and points that ever needed to be made were made. So it was great from that standpoint. But at the same time, I'm going, if he doesn't do what he set out to do, all of this is meaningless. And all of this repeats the same pattern of us mad, marching, praying, but at the end, So, and that's how it ended.
That was the part I didn't get, but you know, I saw it coming. When they went in that hallway and they did this, and then you know what triggered me?
Well, first of all, I didn't see that coming. What I saw coming was when he said, yeah, I just wanted to scare the cop, and I'll take whatever time they give me.
Yeah.
So I'm already disappointed because I'm going, so your son died, and now you going to jail, and you didn't even do what you set out to do.
Where was the point?
But then they kill him.
Yeah.
So now I'm going, damn, both you niggas is dead.
Yeah.
The cop, you know, still got away with it.
Yeah. When that cop ran out and said, hey, don't shoot, he's coming out, I was like, they about to smoke.
Damn.
What's your name, sweetie?
Bianca.
Yeah, you know what it would be like for you this kind of disappointment. if a nigga's dick was huge as a motherfucker.
I've seen that.
But he was 2 minutes long.
Ah.
The sex, he came in 2 minutes. That's what it felt like.
Okay.
But I'm not a woman, so I can't.
No, it's a major disappointment. it's upsetting.
Okay.
That hurts. I would think about that for a long time.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you want so
The
I
analogies on this show is crazy.
I haven't seen it, but that would upset me.
Yeah, I just felt like they took the power out of the punch. And what was the point?
You know what?
there?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like it could
was
have been
a
more
great
impactful
fucking
at the
movie.
end.
And my thing was, and I would never condone killing cops, but this is a fictional story. So if we play in the fiction game, why not go?
Why
all
not
the
go
way?
all the way? I already, yeah.
Do you think they didn't do that because they felt like more people would feel that way, and that would be something?
Great question.
Yeah.
Great question, because you almost are led to believe, of course, they felt they did that because people would feel that way. Of course. But we don't know for sure.
So let's find out.
Yeah.
I just look at it as it was a chance to make. It did make a strong statement, but it was just a chance to make like a super huge statement, and they just
But
didn't
again,
go there.
like I said, they didn't say anything that hadn't already been discussed.
Exactly.
You know, and then my other thing with it was, and I said a post where I went, between Birth of a Nation
That's what I was on.
and that movie, why is Nate Parker not, as these young kids say, let's give him his flowers now?
Yeah.
Because those two movies seem to have flown under the radar. And, of
Yeah.
course, there are movies that we will see. But we already know this.
Yeah.
White folks need to see these movies. And it seems like unless these movies are put out there with the same passion and the same level of a Titanic or any other major movie, and listen, maybe white folks will see them, maybe they won't. Because, truth scares white folks. And that look in the mirror scares white folks.
Yeah.
But for those who are brave enough or who are interested enough to really have these discussions and make change, those movies need to be accessible to them. Because I always get into debates with white people about race, and they tell me everything they want to tell me in a defensive posture and about how we need to do this and what black people need to do. And I go, well, wait a minute. Did you see Selma? Did you see Birth of a Nation? Have you seen The Butler? Did you see Roots? Did you see the PBS 6-part documentary Eyes on the Prize or MLK Still I Rise? And the answer is no to all of it.
Yeah.
So once again, you're speaking out of turn. You're speaking without the facts. You're speaking without the things you need to have to make a rational and the right emotional decision so we can have that conversation.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not in movies.
I was just about to say that. See, man, that's why.
Scene.
Damn, man. But I wouldn't tell you to turn it down at all, because a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? They'll suppress that side of them just for success, and it's like it becomes noticeable after a while. Because like you in this position, you're like, bro, like you got an obligation. Some people don't feel like they have an obligation, but I really do think people should kind of think along those lines. Once you get up there, you should be trying.
Once you taste that milk and honey, once you that success,
Yeah.
that private jet you fly on,
Yeah.
the mansions you live in, them cars you drive, all the women want you, and for some niggas, the white women, that white powder, goddamn, you know what I mean? Then once you get a taste of all that, it's hard to go from lobster to fish sticks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel.
That is the truth, man. That is the truth.
All right, man. All right, I got a couple things. 1993 stood out for me because that's when I moved from Chicago to here.
Yeah.
You had a good year in 93. It said you was on Soul Train in 93, and then it said, I don't remember this, but
I hosted Soul Train, and then I performed on there, too. Because at one point, as Don Cornelius was getting older, his health started to decline, so he started having celebrity come host and work the show.
And another thing you did, you were on A Different World. I don't remember the episode, though. You was Ty on A Different World. I looked it up.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, that's some iconic shit, though. You got that?
En Vogue was the special musical guest on that episode.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
That's dope, man. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
He's like, I remember that shit.
I'm an old young veteran,
So let me see, 30 years. Out of 30 years, I hear things that comedians love about comedy. Is there something that you dislike?
Like anything else, the politics. Everything. There's politics in everything. So I'm not a fan of the politics. Listen, when this shit is running right and when it's great, and I know it sounds cliche and corny to say it, but it's true. and you got a crowd that's loving you and eating out the palm of your hand, there's a rush that goes through you, similar to sex. But it just, but at the same time, you know, when you're dealing with drunk motherfuckers, like I had a first here, 2 nights in a row, back-to-back shows, 2 of the most ignorant niggas I had to deal with in the crowd. And when it stops being fun, then it's a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like it when it's fun.
Yeah.
But you know, that's part of the territory.
How'd you handle that?
You gotta handle it. You know what I mean? It's like going to prison, and you know you gotta keep them motherfuckers off your booty. You gotta shank the biggest nigga there early.
Boom, you nigga.
Nip it in
Your
the bud.
fat ass is over here.
Nip it in the bud quickly, nigga.
Have you ever talked about somebody
Oh
so
my
bad
gosh.
that you had to apologize?
Oh no, I've never apologized.
Never apologize?
I would never
okay,
apologize.
you probably ain't never say sorry, but did you like get him a drink or a drink on me or something?
What the hell, no.
Just like,
He ain't
I'm
light
going in.
skinned, Cortez. That's your thing.
Damn.
No,
Maybe because I live here.
Only Cortez cuss a motherfucker out
maybe
there
'cause I live
buying
here.
dinner.
I got to stay around these areas.
I've had a woman throw a ketchup bottle at my face.
Oh,
at
shit.
the Funny Bone in Hartford, Connecticut. At that same Funny Bone, a dude wanted to stab me afterwards. I had 2 white
Damn.
chicks in Canada. One rushed the stage. Another one tried to throw a pitcher of beer at me.
Oh, my God.
In Columbia, South Carolina, a dude wanted to fight me. In Orlando, a dude wanted to fight me. So if you ain't got nobody trying to hurt you, you ain't doing this right.
God damn.
I was just about to say, you made me think about that. Recently, I saw Gary Owen. We had Gary Owen on the show, too. When he comes back, I got to ask him about this. He got rushed on stage by a dude with a gun. They showed it. Matter of fact, it's on his page.
Is it
Really?
new?
It's new, like about
Word.
3 days ago. Like, and that's not the first time. About a month ago, something was going on with Gary Owen with a fan. I think somebody was like racial slurs or something like that.
Right.
But it was actually, they showed the video, dude was actually on the stage, then bodyguards rushed him off. Is there any fear when you travel? 'Cause I know you travel a lot. Do you ever think about like somebody rushing the stage, or is that
Always. You know, and listen, you try to read the moment the best you can. There was actually one moment when I was in Indianapolis, and it was a black dude, his wife, and then his sister who was gay with her lover. And I remember I went in on the sister, and I mean immediately I could tell she was distraught. Like she looked like she's about to cry.
Yeah.
And the more emotional she got, her brother was getting madder and madder and madder. And it was the one time I felt like, all right, nigga, be careful. Because this dude looked like he either wanted to, and he was literally sitting right near the stage, like 2 inches away.
Yeah.
And I said, this motherfucker is either going to try to rush the stage or he going to wait for me after the show. Because the look on his face was the same look them niggas had before they yelled, get your hand on my pocket.
Damn.
Like, nigga, it didn't feel right.
Y'all didn't catch that one neither. Y'all
I
slipped.
Yeah.
I said,
Y'all
you did.
fucking
You talked
slipped.
about that. You posted a video about that.
Yeah. Watch them nails, nigga.
Maybe we should do spear fingers next
He
time.
said, pick that. He said, pick that up.
This thing
too.
over here killing it. I love it. I love it.
Man, I watched, God damn it, I can't remember the name of the special last night. But I watched it, you did a lot of racial jokes, and they were funny, but it's like, if you ever did them, and it was like the crowd just didn't, like they didn't feel like it that night, or they just like, bro, you know what I mean? How is the reception when you do jokes like
Well,
that?
black people love it because they understand where I'm coming from. Because we live this life, we live this reality. The only time it gets crazy is when the audience is predominantly white and there's a few black folks sprinkled about, because then there's an uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Like the white people don't want to offend the black people,
Yeah.
but
Exactly.
the black people are like, you know, they scared because there's so many white folks. But for the most part, you know, we live by the comic creed. We don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So you do what you do, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I got one before we get out of here. Then she gonna have to get the top
Yeah, I gotta
five.
get the stuff.
But right quick, the movie I was actually talking about was
Yeah.
Love Chronicles. When you were in
Oh,
the
when the dick fell
bathroom,
out the toilet.
nigga, that was shit. Me and my boys was watching that for years, nigga, over and over again. We
Love
really
Chronicles.
thought our dick was gonna fall off one of these days.
Hey,
Like, you
listen.
had me scared.
I do not know what the
I
fuck
just-
he's talking about. Like, what the fuck?
I just was happy because, you know, I got to do a love scene with Lisa
Ray, nigga.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
So,
shit.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know who y'all
Shout out
talking to
to-
right here, bro.
Yeah,
What was-
man.
Y'all know y'all
That's a
talking to right
compliment.
here.
What
Yeah.
movie was
Yo,
it?
It was called Love Chronicles.
Yo, also my brother Chance is a big ass fan, man. He wanted me to tell you that he love you, bro. And he wanted he wanted
Chance, now you know damn well.
he does our shirts.
Does he get manicures?
No, he maybe he get manicured. He's a barber and
Nigga,
shit.
you got a whole spoon on your thumb.
Just what?
Nigga, you could eat cereal with your goddamn thumbs, nigga. Just scoop that shit up and
Hey.
eat out that nail.
Whole lines of cocaine.
The
Like,
sad thing about the other
Give
one
me the whole
broke, I was
line.
sad. I was like, what the fuck? I
Damn,
didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, didn't you say something about loving your long nails for whatever reason?
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, put your hands down. The
Sorry.
cameras are still
Look,
on.
real quick, I know we always save this for the end, but let me just do it now. For the people that are watching and listening, Spears and Steinberg is my podcast. Check it out. It's available on all streaming platforms: Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, Apple, or you can hit me up in my Instagram under Aries Spears with the blue verification check mark. Slide in my DMs, and I'll send you the links.
Uh-oh.
You can just
All right,
tell
all right.
when you've been at it and you're right.
Man, he knocked that out. Like, goddamn.
And we
One
sit up
stroke.
here and look like, so what we want.
Not
you
you
to
though.
do,
You good. You good.
I'm
at
okay.
it. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm
You're not that
definitely
good
not,
yet.
No.
Man, I watched some of your podcasts last night, man. So when y'all on the road, like y'all
Yeah.
traveling, y'all do it all the time? Because I went and looked it up.
Once
I
a
was-
week, yeah.
I was like, damn, how's he dropping episodes and he travel like that?
Yeah, no, my feature comedian who travels with me, he's also my podcast partner.
Okay.
So everywhere we go,
that's
we knock it out during the course of the weekend.
Because I was looking at it because I know how hard it is to keep episodes up.
Yeah, man.
So I was like, how the fuck does he do that
we-
shit and
we
travel?
we trying to get that Joe Rogan money, nigga.
Man,
Yeah.
ain't we all?
yeah, we coming too. We trying
That's
to.
bananas, man.
Or if we all.
We trying to.
Okay, so I do have questions to
Yes.
ask you. We ask all our guests. We need your top 5. Yes. Movies.
He being on these people's tables.
Funny movies.
Funny movies.
This ain't ours.
So were they movies, whether it's no matter what the genre, mixed in, or it's just funny movies?
What? I thought we were going to stick to funny movies.
Okay.
Being
Yeah.
a comedian.
All right,
So
all
I
right.
think we should do that,
All
and then
right.
your top 5 comedians. So whichever one you want to do first.
Let's do the movies.
Okay.
Beverly Hills Cop 2,
Okay,
All right.
that is one.
Okay.
48 Hours.
Ooh,
Okay.
big Eddie Murphy fan.
Yes. Oh, he was the hero. Uptown Saturday Night
Mm.
with Sidney Poitier.
I know.
Okay.
No, what you for, nigga? You know that ain't your age.
But I,
You
but
didn't
I,
even know the Hulk.
but I
That
studied-
movies came before the Hulk, nigga.
but I studied the goddamn movies,
All right.
man.
You got
Hey,
the fingernails that were in the movie.
Hurry
niggas
up,
in the
hurry
movies
up.
wore nails like that.
Damn.
Oh, okay. I said Uptown Saturday Night.
All right, cut my nails. No, no sweater, no nails. Goddamn.
Oh, God damn. I'm getting stumped. Funny movies. Shit. I was going to say no, let me not do that. God damn.
No, if that's one of your movies, no
No,
judgment zone.
No, I was going to be very funny and dark.
Oh.
Oh,
I
shit.
Don't know. I kind of.
If that's you, if that is you, you need to put it on.
Yes.
there.
Yes.
We need to know.
This has
We need to
to
know who you really are through the
This
movies
is
you
not a
watch.
crowd pleasing list.
Don't take
This
advice
is-
from Clifton.
this is what you
I want to see who this nigga
I
really
do
is.
too.
I really
I
want
said-
to.
I said Beverly Hills Cop 2, 48 Hours,
Uptown.
Uptown
Uptown Saturday Night.
God damn it. Oh, shit. I don't want to just name the name.
Okay, we
Yeah,
can skip
true.
and go to comedians. and you
Okay,
can come
yeah.
back.
Top 5 comedians. The late, great Patrice O'Neal.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Richard Pryor.
Knocking them out.
Man.
And
Ooh, this is-
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Who's
That's
a
the second time he made top 5.
Who's tied really for me with Tommy Davidson.
Tommy Davis.
Tommy Davidson.
Tommy's a
Yes.
beast on stage.
On
He
stage?
is
An animal.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Oh my
Tommy's
gosh.
a beast.
He does not get the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
Tommy Davis, he's
Shout
funny.
out to Tommy.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy.
Oh my god.
I never heard that. We heard about Tony Rock. Like somebody, who was that was raving about Tony Rock? Like he went
I
like
forgot, but Tony Rock
like
is
4
a
hours
beast.
straight. Like
I prefer Tony over Chris though.
Yeah.
Like, I
Do
know
you?
Chris is brilliant and I get his genius.
Yeah.
But from a make me guttural laugh standpoint,
Yeah.
Tony does it for me, man.
Yeah,
All right,
he
back
was
to the
about
movies. What you got?
We got 2 more movies left.
We got 2 more left.
We got to knock them out, man. Just knock them out.
Do you want to hear the list of everybody else?
Yes,
Maybe
let me
maybe-
hear some. Because then I might be able to go.
Yeah.
No,
We
but
did
then
that
I might
last
be able
time.
to go, yo, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael Blackson had Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop, Friday, Next Friday, and Shallow Hal. Oh, everyone has
Oh,
a,
they- everybody got a white movie.
white
Yeah, we all got. You got to throw a white movie. Your
Yeah.
favorite
I
white
like,
movie.
I like a lot of Ben Stiller shit. One of the funniest scenes
There
to
you
me
go.
ever. And you know, when I go back to Uptown Saturday Night, Let's Do It Again, the Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby movies.
Yeah.
What was great about Sidney was for a guy not to be a comedian, it's hard to be a funny straight man. Because the straight man's job is like with a joke. He's the setup, Cosby's the punchline.
Yeah.
But to be a straight dude and another dude that makes me laugh who plays the perfect straight man who's hilarious is Jason Bateman. A lot
Wow.
of Jason Bateman's movies where he's
Yeah.
now it's coming to me. Vince Vaughn.
Wedding
Vaughn's,
Crashers, movie like
Wedding
that, bro.
Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, Jason Bateman, yeah, hell yeah, hell
but
yeah.
let me get back to my. You know this nigga young. Everything is
Yeah,
computer.
shit. Hurry up and get
Who is this? niggas our age had to go from memory.
Exactly. We had to go off the dome. We was freestyling a long time.
But there's a scene in the movie Along Came Polly.
Okay.
With Jennifer Aniston and Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where Ben Stiller and Philip Seymour Hoffman are at this like little party benefit banquet.
Yeah.
And Philip Seymour Hoffman goes, dude, I just sharted.
Yep.
and Ben Stiller goes, what? I just sharted. He goes, I don't know what that is. And then Philip Seymour Hoffman goes, it's when you shit and you fart at the same time. And then Ben Stiller takes a beat and then just goes, you're the most disgusting human being. And the way he delivers that line with the pause,
Yeah.
oh, fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm gonna tell you, the nuances of comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the dudes where I liken a lot of what we do and a lot of what I do to sports.
Yeah.
Because I feel it's different type of genre, but same thing, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the 80s, and Mike Tyson was that dude. Do you remember the dude?
You know who Tyson is, don't you?
I
Go
remember
there.
Mike. Iron Mike. That's
Iron
the
Mike.
same person?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
So for me, Mike, I wanted to do my stage thing is I want to be aggressive. I want to try
Yeah.
to knock your head off in the first round. I love the aggression. I want to bow, bow. And every comic wants to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it can be just as powerful when you pull it back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the timing and the nuance and the pause
Yeah.
can give you the same
That's
effect.
what I like.
So that's why in some of those movies, especially with Vince Vaughn and
I was about to say,
Ben
Vince Vaughn is so
Stiller,
fucking,
Hilarious.
man.
they know how to play a nuance and give it to you subtle sometimes, which is just as effective. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Man.
if you had on boxing glove, you probably cut right through the glove.
Get to your rest of your list. You did all of that. Hey, you did all of that. Didn't even have two movies.
Give me some more examples.
You're like a black person. He done gave you a whole history of like, give me some more. Give me some more.
Let me see.
I'm 45, man. I be blanking out, nigga.
We gonna give you that.
You're like, young player, let me school you on something right quick.
Yeah.
So J.J. Williams had life.
Williamson.
Williamson, sorry. Had life.
Sorry, JJ.
Sorry, J.J.
Oh, life. Put life in there for me.
Okay.
Because again, there's some subtleties in that are hilarious.
Oh, my God. You can still watch that and find something new
Yeah.
30 years later, bro.
And I got to
It's
pick.
crazy.
So that's 4. So let me give you a white one.
Yeah.
And again, I think Vince Vaughn is hilarious. The breakup.
The breakup.
With him and
Okay.
Jennifer Aniston.
You watch some Jennifer
I
Aniston?
didn't watch that one, though.
It's
Listen,
good.
Hey, Jennifer Aniston
Not
is
sure
funny,
about
though.
Tell you something. If I was a white dude, I would be all over that.
She was looking good in Leprechaun. You see the
Fuck Leprechaun, nigga. What's that movie? Horrible Bosses.
horrible bosses.
Yeah, when she was the dentist.
When she licked the back of that nigga's neck,
Dude, shut up.
and then she had on the lab coat with no shirt underneath, and you could see the titty meat
You lost
Yeah.
your
out
mind.
the coat, and I
Yeah.
just went, boy.
If I was white, huh?
I love my black women, but god damn.
The hilarious part is that he just did. She was doing everything, and he was just like, "No, I
Right.
don't want to."
Yeah.
What is that dude's name that's in that movie? The one that was in the back seat when they was driving around. The one with the high voice. Like
I
when
don't
they,
know his name, but I know who
that
you're talking
motherfucker's
about. He's funny,
hilarious,
too.
bro. God
Yeah.
damn, man.
Yeah.
Oh, good movie.
You know, a lot of those Judd Apatow movies, man, be fucking hilarious. So, yeah, man, now it's coming back to me, yeah.
You say
I
now
had to
it's
throw
there.
one more question. If you could be anything else, not a comedian, something else, what would you be? What would your profession
a
be?
singer.
No shit.
Man, let me tell you something. I watch regularly Jamie Foxx when he did the special where he played on the piano and he had on the blue.
Yeah.
And he did the Mary Mary and the Brady Bunch song. Man, you talk about. Listen, I'll ask you the question because we all know, comedy is a natural aphrodisiac as well as music.
Yeah.
Both things get a woman wet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But what's sexier to you? A motherfucker make you laugh or a dude who can sing?
Ooh, that's a tough ass
That's,
question.
for me, that's tough.
Really? But pick one.
Yes. Yes.
You got to pick one.
Shit.
Hurry up. Nope. Hurry up.
She like a nigga
Okay,
ain't gotta
okay,
do nothing.
okay,
I
okay.
like him either way.
Or I can put a heartbeat in there.
Singing, right? If he could sing good, that does that. Oh shit, singing.
Singing. Okay, so let me ask y'all all a question.
That's
If you could only have one of these in life for your whole life,
Damn.
music or comedy?
I'm always gonna pick comedy, but I'm not.
So
I'm not
you'd rather laugh
right,
than music.
right.
Now remember, you can't fuck the jokes.
I can't fuck the jokes. Cannot fuck
If
the
you
jokes.
do, your rhythm and stroke is gonna be terrible, nigga.
Can't
gonna
fuck
be-
the jokes.
They gonna be having sex listening to Richard Pryor and shit.
Right.
Yeah,
No, it's hard.
We
It's
would,
hard, but
yeah, we
I
would
will-
just have to. I would go with comedy too, man.
Comedy.
yeah, because you think if you in a relationship and you could get more from singing, like if you around the house singing, a person be like, oh yeah, that sounds good, even though I'm mad at them.
Right.
But if you trying to be funny, you like fuck you trying to be funny.
Well,
and I, you know, and I'm
wait a
mad.
minute,
It
wait a
works
minute,
the
wait a
both
minute,
ways,
wait a
'cause
minute,
the
wait a
niggas
minute
make
now.
you have
Wait a
them panties on
minute.
mouth.
It depends on how good you are.
There you go.
I done joked the bitch out of madness.
But listen.
There you go.
But I think you could.
There you go.
I think you could sing more bitches out of madness. You could sing
Think
more
about
of them
this.
out of
Think
madness.
I don't know. It
Think
depends
about
too.
it.
Like if you'd asked me that question in
would.
'91, I'd have chose music. Music really ain't shit right now.
Yeah.
Especially rap.
See?
You'd ask me in '91, I'm like music, nigga.
And
Especially rap.
That is a good. That is good that you said that because back in the '90s, it would have been singing.
Yep.
Now,
How old are you, sweetie?
I'm 36.
Yeah, I'm 45. Like the 90s was me and my man's era. Like we were. That was when everybody was at the apex of they they
Everybody was there.
stardom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're a movie star in your 20s.
Well, the difference about me and Cortez is when it comes to, and Ron can contest to this, when it comes to things of that era, I grew up in a house. My aunt is 44, right?
Uh-huh.
And my cousin is 43.
Right.
So we had the black grandma. You know, I'm at the house all the time, every day. My mom goes to work every day. So I grew up knowing certain things. So when Ron references things, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, and to your point, you know, Dionne Warwick, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, a lot of those singers that were my parents' era wasn't my era. But growing up, it became mine. And I felt like that era and then my era in its prime was the best. I feel sorry for you, man.
I know. I don't know what's
Y'all
going on
got
out here.
Lil Uzi Vert with diamonds in the forehead.
Oh
I
my
don't know what's
god.
going on out here. man.
Y'all just.
With the diamond.
Yeah, it's trash. Hey man, I don't want you mad at us.
Yes.
Let me ask you one
Yes.
real quick question. We've had a few comedians on here, and they had rare Bernie Mac stories. And I heard you say his name. We got one from Gary. We got one from George Wilborn. Have you ever had an interaction with Bernie Mac?
Well, again, remember I said that first year of Def Jam, we all did like a little tour together.
Oh, okay.
And I remember one of the first places we played was in Newark, New Jersey, and he was the host, and he brought me out, and just his energy and the love he showed you was just, it was phenomenal. I wish I could do a Bernie Mac. I can't do a Bernie Mac. All my Bernie Mac impressions are, it's like when I do Schwarzenegger. It's more of a caricature. It's yeah, I could do chopper. Yeah. So anytime I do Bernie, motherfuckers here, motherfuckers. That's all I know how to do.
Yo, that's
People
dope.
do that
I don't.
shit.
I don't
you
got
got to work on Bernie. You got to work on
I don't
Bernie,
got the
bro.
motherfucker.
You get Bernie, you
Robert,
gonna get up there all the way up.
Make sure you put the little impressions at the thing. So
Yeah.
I can,
One more time, y'all. Spears and Steinberg, the podcast, available on all streaming platforms. Hit your boy on Instagram under the DM, and I got you.
Hey man, I gotta say this, man. Man, we want to throw you some flowers too, bro. I've watched you for so many years. I got a lot of respect for you, man. I think you're one of the
Yes.
funniest guys out here, and it was a big honor. I didn't know if you. It was like, come up here and do it. Usually we got a studio over there. We've been getting people there. I was like, man, Aries Spears. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
that nigga say meet me at his house. Well, that's where we going.
I just be, I be cautious as shit, nigga.
You got to.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, listen, I know Christmas just passed. This Christmas, if you could have what you'd like, what would you want if you wanted a gift?
Damn. Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Now, when you tell me what you want, I'm gonna tell you what I'd give you. So you said what now?
A Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl jersey.
I'd get you Super Bowl tickets to the next game. And what would you want?
Oh, God.
Damn. I should have conferred with my girl.
Right, what do you want? A laptop. Oh, yeah. I would get a better
Get a laptop?
Yes.
I would probably get you a big screen TV that you could connect.
This
your
sounds like a
laptop
comedy
to.
bit.
Okay.
And what would you like, sir?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Well, I'm gonna get you some fingernail.
Hey man.
Was this the setup? Was this the fucking
The
setup?
whole fucking time.
Hey, man, we had a dope time.
That's why I started with him first.
It was so great.
I wanted to take your mind off it. I started with him first.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, we had a dope time. Aries Spears in the building, y'all.
Man, the legend.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you
fucking
guys
legend.
for viewing us and watching us. Remember, Urban Absurdity, YouTube. If you want to see our new content, just hit the bell, and it'll bring anytime we have new videos. Anyone else?
Yep, what she said. We out of here.
And goddamn it, subscribe to the fucking podcast. I'm trying to get them Joe Rogan numbers, nigga.
Man, talk to him.